Dear students, Sairam to you all. Welcome to this session on market equilibrium. Under market equilibrium, today we are going to discuss the following topics. The first one, determination of market equilibrium under perfect competition. Here, what we mean by market equilibrium under this chapter is the market equilibrium under perfect competition. All the market structures we are going to study on the coming chapters. And now we will discuss particularly about the perfect competition and how we determine the market equilibrium under perfect competition. And the equilibrium price, second topic. Third topic, equilibrium quantity and excess demand and excess supply. Now, before we go into detail into determination of market equilibrium under perfect competition, I would like to recall some of the few important points from the previous chapter, theory of firm under perfect competition, where we have discussed there are number of buyers and the number of sellers. That means large number of buyers and the sellers is a specific feature of the perfect competition. As the number of sellers and buyers are very large, not a single individual or buyer or seller is not in a position to determine the market price. They take market price as it is in the market, whatever the prevailing price. They can't control the market price because their size is very small compared to the large number of buyers and sellers are concerned. Therefore, it is called as price takers. Then price is determined by whom? Under perfect competitive market, price of the commodity is determined by market forces. What are market forces? Market forces are market supply and market demand. These are the two market forces which determine the equilibrium price and the equilibrium quantity under perfect competition. As shown in this picture, you can see the market supply and market demand both are equal. That's how the balances seem to be balanced. When the situation where market supply is equal to market demand, that is called as market equilibrium under perfect competition. I hope you understood. Then maybe next one we will see market equilibrium under perfect competition. Here, what do you mean by market equilibrium under perfect competition? Here, market equilibrium under perfect competition in the sense the market demand is equal to market supply as shown in this above picture. What is market equilibrium? This is the definition again. The market equilibrium in the sense a situation where the plans of all the consumers and the firms in the market match. What the consumers will plan. We have seen under theory of consumer behavior, plans of the consumers is maximizing their satisfaction. Therefore, they have to decide how much they should demand, which in order to satisfy their get the maximum satisfaction out of their consumption. Firms have to decide how much to supply to the market in order to maximize their objective. What is the objectives of the firm? Maximization of profit. Therefore, what is happening in the equilibrium situation? Both the objectives of plans are matching. That means the consumer also getting maximum satisfaction at the equilibrium point, firms also getting maximum benefit at the equilibrium point. Therefore, both the objectives of plans match. And market clears. What do you mean by market clears? Market clears mean there's no excess demand or there's no excess supply. That is the meaning of market clears. That means at the equilibrium, whatever the consumers demand is exactly equal to whatever firms supply. That is what it is also denoted. Market supply is exactly equal to market demand. This is the definition of market equilibrium. And also another term for market equilibrium. Instead of telling all the firms quantity supply and all the firms of quantity demand, we can say aggregate quantity supply of firms equal to aggregate quantity demand of consumers. This way also in terms of aggregate we can explain market equilibrium. Aggregate quantity supply. We have seen how to derive a demand curve under consumer the theory, second chapter, theory of consumer behavior. By adding each individual demand horizontally, it is called horizontal summation, we can derive a market demand curve or market demand by adding each individual demand. Therefore, that is called adding each individual demand or adding that's in the same way under theory of firm we have seen how to get a supply curve. Adding each individual supply curve horizontally we can derive a supply curve. That is what when adding each individual supply it is called as aggregate quantity supply. Adding each individual demand is called as aggregate quantity demand. I hope you understood. Now, how to represent market equilibrium under perfect competition. Here, along the x-axis, we measure quantity. Along the y-axis, we measure price. Therefore, these two variables, price and quantity. The first thing in a diagram, you have to do it. You have to describe what you are going to measure along the x-axis and what you are going to measure along the y-axis. This is the thing we are going to do. Therefore, along the x-axis, what is happening is quantity demand and quantity supply both we are measuring. Along the y-axis, we are measuring price. Here you can see the demand curve as we have already discussed in our previous section. Demand curve is the curve which is downward sloping curve and the supply curve is a upward sloping curve. Here you can see the why demand curve is downward sloping is the reason is the law of demand. When the price is high, the demand price is high, what will happen? The demand is less. When the price is low, demand is high. That is what is a negative relationship. Curve from left to right, demand curve slope downward act according to the law of demand. And the supply curve is a positive relationship. When the price is less, supply also less. When the price is high, supply also is high. Therefore, this is a positive relationship between quantity and demand. When the rate equilibrium is reached, that is what we are going to see now. This is the point is called as intersection point. It is denoted by E. That is, when the market demand and the market supply intersect each other, we derive the point called equilibrium point. Equilibrium point is the intersection of market demand curve and the market supply curve at a point it is called E. And then we are also going to discuss what is equilibrium quantity, price and the equilibrium quantity. The equilibrium price is the price which is corresponding to the equilibrium of the market. Therefore, the price which is corresponding to the equilibrium point of the market is called as equilibrium price. The quantity which is corresponding to the equilibrium is called as equilibrium quantity. There is a question in your question bank. It is being asked that explain the price determination under perfect market competition. For that question, you have to answer this way. That is, you have to describe your axis first, quantity, demand, and supply, and the price on the y-axis. Then you have to draw this diagram, demand curve and supply curve, and you have to indicate the point where equilibrium is derived, and then you have to denote the corresponding equilibrium price, which is corresponding to the equilibrium point and the quantity, and then you have to define as shown in here down. Equilibrium price, this also you have to write in addition to the diagram. The price at which equilibrium is reached is called as equilibrium price. This is the answer for the question I have mentioned. And now, what is equilibrium quantity? Q star. Q star indicates both the quantity bought as well as sold, because as we told in the equilibrium point, not only demand or supply both are at the same level because both are intersecting. Only one measurement for them quantity and one measurement for the price. Therefore, here Q star is equal to QS, that is quantity supply also. Q star is equal to Q quantity D, quantity demand also, because both are equal at this point. Therefore, Q star means QS equal to QD, that is quantity supply is equal to quantity demand. Therefore, the quantity bought and sold at the equilibrium price is called as quantity, equilibrium quantity. The next one, the market equilibrium also can be denoted with the help of equation. We have seen how to represent the market equilibrium in the form of a diagram. We have also stated the definition statement, and also we can now represent the market equilibrium in the form of an equation. Here, QD is equal to QS at where, when at the price is equilibrium price. At the equilibrium price, QD is equal to QS, quantity demanded is equal to quantity supply. That's what it is denoted here. For QD at P star mean market demand at price P star. You know P star is the equilibrium price. QS is market supply at price P star mean this is the price equilibrium price market supply. And now we will see excess demand. When we get excess demand, at the equilibrium point we have discussed that there is no excess demand or excess supply, market clears. That means the demand is equal to supply, there is market clears. But other than equilibrium point, there is a problem. If the price is less than equilibrium price, then we will get excess demand. Or less than or more, then excess demand, excess supply will take place. When there is price less than equilibrium price, you know excess demand, because according to the law of demand, when the price is low, demand is more. Therefore, if you have to describe excess demand, then you have to select a price which is less than equilibrium price. Then only the more demand, excess means more demand. When demand will be more, when the price is less, price will be less than equilibrium price. This is the price P1 we indicating here. And now you draw this diagram, and as we have already seen, you mark the point of equilibrium by the letter E, then indicate the low level price less than equilibrium, then extend that price line up to dim supply curve. Its price line first cuts here supply curve, later only it cuts the demand curve. Therefore, extend this line P1 and it cuts this supply curve at this point, and you see the corresponding quantity supply QS at this price P1. At the same price, you extend that same price, extend the price line further, it cuts the demand curve at this point, extend that extend up to x-axis, the corresponding demand is QD. Therefore, you can say at price P1, supply is QS and the demand is QD. Therefore, what is the situation here? At the price, what you can see from here to here, this much distance is quantity demand. Only price to this, only this distance is quantity supply. Therefore, what is the excess demand? QD, the whole distance, minus this distance QS will give you excess demand. Excess demand is also referred to as shortage. Therefore, you can say excess demand is a situation. The particular price is very important because at the same price you are comparing both the supply as well as both the demand. You can see QD is greater than QS. That is the situation is called as excess demand. I hope you understood. Now, we have to also not only if they ask question on excess demand, you have to show in the diagram as it was discussed before, and also you have to write the definition like this. If the market demand QD exceeds mean greater than market supply QS at a particular price P1, that is the price we have indicated in our diagram, it is said that excess demand exists in the market at the price P1. Hope you understood. Excess supply. Excess supply in the sense here the imbalance of the market equilibrium due to the more price is more than the equilibrium price. We have seen the situation before. Price less than the equilibrium price where it was excess demand. Now price more than the equilibrium price, excess supply. You know that when price increase, demand will decrease, but supply will increase. Therefore, when price increase, what the situation we face, excess supply. Here, the corresponding extra increased price more than the equilibrium P2, and we extend that line P2 line here, it cuts the demand curve first, because we know when the price is high, demand is low. Therefore, what is the corresponding demand for this P2? This is the demand. Bring you to up to extend back again to x-axis, you will get QD is the demand for this price. Then extend further up to extend this P2 line up to supply curve. Now what you do? At the P2, supply is more. It is natural because when the price is more, producers will supply more because they will get more benefit or profit. Therefore, the corresponding supply is this QS. The QS is the corresponding supply for the P2 price. Now you can see the total supply is from this point to this point, original to this up to QS. This makes this much distance. Demand is only from this to this up to demand where the demand curve cut. Therefore, demand is only here up to QD, but supply is up to QS. Therefore, excess supply QS minus QD, that is denoted by this distance, that is excess supply, or another name surplus. Also, you can indicate by the equation at P2 price, but we observe here quantity supply QS greater than QD. This is how we have to explain the excess supply. Now we will define if at a price market supply QS is greater than a market demand QD, then what will, if at a price market supply QS is greater than market demand QD, it is said that excess supply exists in the market. I hope you understood. Our price is P2. At P2, market supply QS is greater than or exceeds market demand. In that situation, it is said excess supply exists in that market price. And we will see this is the questions. All these questions are discussed under these topics. Please attend these questions. Thank you. Sairam to all.